There's so much in this electrical game that you can learn. This would be the thing I'd be most strict on. It makes you feel good and it makes you actually enjoy your job a bit more. So welcome back to another episode of Apprentice Sparky. In this series, we are teaching you the fundamental basics of electrical work. And in this episode, I'm going to give you some apprentice tips or do's and don'ts, and we have a bonus Q&A at the end. Tip number one is never be late. For me, this is my biggest pet hate, and if I ever ran my own company and I had people working for me, this would be the thing I'd be most strict on. I think it looks unprofessional, it just doesn't look great, and if you're turning up on time or you're 5 minutes earlier, it just shows a bit of enthusiasm and you're ready to go for the day. Tip two, and this is always be one step ahead when you're working with your supervisor, in terms of if he's working on something and you know he's going to need a certain tool next, get it ready for him. It's going to speed up his day and he's going to appreciate you for doing that for him. And for you to get thinking about what tools are needed for the next bit of the job, it helps you when you're doing your own jobs as well. Right, I need to get this ready, and this ready, and it's just going to make the day go quicker and you're going to get more done. Tip three, and this is work hard as you possibly can as an apprentice. Especially in the first 4 years, you're going to want to show your boss or the company you're working for that you're ready to work throughout your career. And if you can show them in your apprenticeship that you're ready to work, they might take you on when you actually get your qualifications. And that's the most important thing. You don't want to be running out of your apprenticeship and then having no job at the end of it. Tip four, take pride in your work. This is something I've done throughout my apprenticeship and since I've been qualified. It makes me enjoy my job, because when you're chucking things in and it looks a bit rough, you know, you're going home and you haven't really enjoyed the day and it's playing on your mind if you've done something rubbish. But if you're going home and you've done something really well and you're proud of it and you're going to look back and say, yes, I've done that, it makes you feel good and it makes you actually enjoy your job a bit more. So that's my tip there, is just to take pride in what you do. So tip number five, and a final tip for today, it is don't think you know everything. Never want to stop learning. Always want to learn something new, because there's so much in this electrical game that you can learn. And as soon as you think you know enough, go and look at a different book. Learn more constantly, because the more you know is the more money you're going to make and the more you're going to achieve in your career. Right, so we're on to the Q&A now, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who has asked questions. We've had some great questions, so let's get stuck into number one. So the first question is, why did I want to become an electrician? It's not something I really decided I wanted to do. It was my couple of mates from school was going into it, so I just kind of copied. But it turned out I actually really enjoyed it, and here I am now. What is the hardest part about being an electrician? For me, I think it's the responsibility of, you know, people's lives are in your hands essentially. If you do something wrong, someone could potentially get electric shock and die, so it is a lot of responsibility and a lot that relies on you. But as long as you do everything right, you'll always be fine. Football or rugby? For me, I play football, I watch football, I support Arsenal, but I do like watching the Six Nations, like Wales, obviously because I'm from Wales. But yeah, for me, football. So on to the next question, and this is a great question, is where did the invention of Teresa Penn come from? So the invention of the tracer range come from the guys being out on site in Finland, and they seen the guys using the mechanical pencils, and they never seen anything like this in the UK. So when they come back to the UK, they brought it back and basically made it more efficient and better, like adding the holster, the sharpener, and just improved the product that was over there, because we had nothing like this on site over in the UK. What is your favorite type of job to do? For me, it's anything I can stand back at the end and look at, and I took my time doing, took pride in it, and it looks really good. So like a fuse board, new installation, anything like that, that's for me, that's my favorite job to do. What is the best advice you would give to an apprentice? For me, I think it would be, don't chase the money too early when you're qualified, or where you're just coming out your time. Get your experience, get your knowledge grown first, and then go for the money if you're thinking about that route. So on to the final question now, and it's, who is your favorite musical artist? It's Machine Gun Kelly. I've been a fan for years now, since I can remember. Even the whole Eminem diss track stuff before that. I like both, but yeah, I've been a fan for years. So that's the end of this episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. As always, leave your comments below if you want to know anything more or find anything out, and I'll see you in the next episode.